great. He's just one of those guys that if the game's on the line, you need a big play, he'll make that play for you.
Check it. 220. Wide wicket.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Bears going up against the Ravens.
Larry, it has been a wild ride through this 2019 NFL season. Plenty of plot twists and turns at every step, but it all comes to a conclusion tonight. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and we're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
Throwing, Hundley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now Hundley. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Nifty footwork at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Onto the field now come the Bears. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
No, check, Patriot!
They go with Howard again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from the 20, and the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Ravens taking the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Second down following the run. They'll look to throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now. They get set to head back on the field. And now here's a carry heading left. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, that's Grant. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 83 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jumping.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defense. Throw here out of the gun. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go!
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
No, check, Patriot! Here we go!
They'll start by running the option to the right. There he goes inside the 30 and avoids the contact by sliding. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down, 8. They're going to look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his 1st catch. Big reason they're losing right now. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leonard.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. First carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. Oh, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but
to 1,000 yards was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing now is Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So now 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35. Bortles now on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They find some open field here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that
blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. 2017 for Zeke Elliott, a mixed bag. Would he play, would he not play? Well, he missed the 6 games from weeks 10 to 15. He still finished, though, Charles, 10th in the league in rushing.
just tells you about the talent that he has and how explosive he is and what he brings to the table. Look, he averaged 98 yards per game, 98.3 to be exact. A full 11 yards higher than number.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They had been building towards this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Calais Campbell in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 9 on the carry there, but they'll be left still with a 3rd and long situation. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Complete to Jason Witten. Witten brushes him aside. They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll be a Dallas 1st down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his...
Makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Prescott now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Prescott now from the 50. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. try the right side with Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about that?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
There we go. 390.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on
You